In this video, I'm going to show you the best productivity monitors you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go! First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $200 range. First, we have the Dell S2421HS. I found this monitor to have surprisingly good color and viewing angles thanks to its IPS panel, and the 75Hz refresh rate feels a bit smoother than a standard screen for scrolling through documents. What I really appreciate at this price is the fully adjustable stand that lets you set the perfect height, tilt, and even pivot it vertically, which is a massive win for ergonomics. The only real downside is its connectivity is pretty basic, offering just one HDMI and one DisplayPort, which gets the job done but offers no extra conveniences. Next, we have the ASUS 24V5C. The absolute killer feature here is the USB-C port that delivers 65 watts of power, which means I can connect and charge my laptop with just a single cable for an incredibly clean setup. The screen itself is a sharp 24-inch IPS panel that looks great, and the bezels are super thin, making it look more modern than the Dell. However, you're making a big sacrifice in ergonomics, as the included stand can only tilt, which is a huge letdown compared to the full adjustability of the other two monitors on this list. Finally, we have the HP E24G5. This monitor immediately stands out with its 16:10 aspect ratio, giving you extra vertical screen space that is genuinely useful for coding or reading long articles without as much scrolling. It also has a buttery smooth 100Hz refresh rate and an exceptional stand with height, tilt, swivel, and pivot, just like the Dell, making it incredibly comfortable for long work sessions. While it includes a handy USB hub for your peripherals, it does lack the single cable USB-C power delivery that makes the AOC so convenient for laptop users. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $200 to $400 range. First, we have the LG 27QN600B. For the price, you're getting a really nice 27-inch 1440p IPS screen that looks sharp and clear, and its 75Hz refresh rate makes general use feel a little bit smoother than a standard monitor. However, I found the lack of modern ports very limiting. Since there is no USB-C hub, you end up with a mess of cables for your keyboard, mouse, and charger going back to your laptop. The biggest downside for productivity is the stand, because it only tilts and has no height adjustment at all, meaning I had to stack it on books to get it at a comfortable eye level, unlike the fully adjustable stands on the ASUS or Dell. Next, we have the ASUS ProArt Display PA278CV. This monitor is a fantastic middle ground, aimed squarely at creative professionals with stunning factory-calibrated color accuracy that makes photos and videos look brilliant right out of the box. I love that it gives you a clean one-cable setup with its USB-C port that handles video, data, and 65 watts of power. And it also has a fantastic fully adjustable stand that gives you all the ergonomic comfort of the Dell. What really sets it apart from the others is its ability to daisy chain a second monitor directly from it using DisplayPort, which makes creating a dual screen workspace incredibly simple and clutter-free. Finally, we have the Dell U2722DE. This thing is less of a monitor and more of a complete docking station, offering a powerhouse USB-C hub with a massive 90 watts of power and even a dedicated Ethernet port for a rock-solid wired internet connection. The killer feature for me is the built-in KVM switch, allowing you to connect two different computers and control them both with one keyboard and mouse, something that is incredibly useful and not found on the LG or ASUS. While its 60Hz refresh rate is a step down in smoothness from the other two, and it is the most expensive option here, its unmatched connectivity makes it the absolute king for a clean and powerful single cable desk setup. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $400-700 range. First, we have the Dell U272223QW, and I have to say, its IPS Black panel is a game changer for productivity, offering deep rich blacks that put it well ahead of the LG and Samsung for contrast. The connectivity is phenomenal, acting as a full docking station with its 90-watt USB-C port and built-in KVM switch, letting me connect and switch between my laptop and desktop with a single cable set. However, it is strictly a 60Hz panel, and often the priciest of the three, so you are paying a premium for that incredible panel and connectivity hub rather than for gaming features. Next, we have the LG 32UN650W, which brings a beautiful and vibrant 4K IPS display to the table at a very competitive price, with colors that pop for both work documents and media. My biggest issue by far is the complete lack of a USB-C port, which feels like a major omission and makes it feel less streamlined than the Dell or even the Samsung. While the built-in speakers are a nice convenience that the Dell lacks, the stand is a bit wobbly and does not offer any swivel or rotation, limiting its ergonomic flexibility compared to the Dell. Finally, we have the Samsung Smart Monitor M8, which is a totally different beast because it doubles as a smart television, letting me jump from a spreadsheet to Netflix without even turning on my computer. It includes a handy magnetic webcam and a 65-watt USB-C port for a clean setup, though its VA panel, while offering good contrast, has noticeably worse viewing angles than the IPS screens on the Dell and LG. Honestly, the biggest letdown is the stand, which only offers a bit of tilt, making it the least ergonomic monitor of the group by a huge margin, unless you decide to mount it. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $700 to $1,200 range. First, we have the Dell U4025QW. This 40-inch ultrawide is an absolute productivity powerhouse with its massive 5120 by 2160 resolution and a super smooth 120 Hz refresh rate that makes every mouse movement and scroll feel incredibly fluid. The connectivity is the real MVP here, as the single Thunderbolt 4 cable not only powers my laptop with 140 watts, but also provides a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet connection, effectively turning the monitor into a complete docking station. While the IPS Black technology delivers fantastic contrast, the premium price puts it at the very top of our budget, and its significant curve, while immersive, isn't for everyone, especially when compared to the flat screens we'll look at next. Next, we have the LG Ultrafine 32 UQ85RW. What immediately stands out with this 32-inch 4K monitor is its use of nano IPS Black technology, which provides some of the deepest blacks and highest contrast I've seen on a standard display, making text incredibly sharp and comfortable to read. It packs solid USB-C connectivity that delivers a respectable 90 watts of power, but it does feel like a step back from the Dell's all-in-one hub, and its 60 Hz refresh rate is noticeably less fluid for general use. For anyone who prefers a traditional flat screen over an ultrawide, the LG strikes a fantastic balance between a stunning high-contrast picture and a more manageable price point. Finally, we have the ASUS ProArt PA278CV. This monitor is all about delivering professional-grade features for less, giving you a beautiful 32-inch 4K screen that is Calman verified for incredible color accuracy right out of the box. I found its best productivity trick is the DisplayPort output that allows for daisy chaining a second monitor, which cleans up cable clutter immensely, and its 96 watts of power delivery over USB-C is plenty for most workflows. You will notice that its standard IPS panel does not have the same punchy contrast as the LG or Dell, and it shares the same 60 Hz refresh rate as the LG. But for this price, getting this level of color precision and thoughtful features makes it an unbeatable value. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $1,200 plus range. First, we have the Dell U4924DW. This thing is a multitasking monster, giving me a seamless 49-inch dual QHD workspace with its IPS Black technology, which provides noticeably better contrast and deeper blacks than a standard panel. I found the built-in KVM switch and Thunderbolt 4 hub to be lifesavers for swapping between my work laptop and personal desktop with a single keyboard and mouse. However, for this price, the 60 Hz refresh rate feels a bit slow, especially if you ever want to do some casual gaming after work. Next, we have the Samsung Odyssey Neo G9 G95NC. This 57-inch display is just on another level of immersion with a ridiculous dual 4K resolution that is so wide it literally fills your entire field of view. The mini LED panel gets incredibly bright, and the 240 Hz refresh rate makes every single mouse movement feel exceptionally smooth. But I will say that the aggressive 1000R curve can make straight lines in spreadsheets or design programs look a little distorted. It's a major step up in screen real estate and smoothness from the Dell, but be warned, you need a seriously powerful graphics card to even think about running this thing to its full potential. Finally, we have the LG Ultrafine 5K27 MD5KLB. This one takes a completely different path from the other two, focusing entirely on pixel density by packing a full 5K resolution into a more traditional 27-inch screen. The result is unbelievably crisp text and razor-sharp images, which felt amazing for photo editing and reading documents for long periods. It's the clear choice for Mac users with its flawless Thunderbolt 3 integration and amazing color, but its plastic build, limited ports, and basic 60Hz refresh rate make it feel far less premium and versatile than the giant ultra-wides. Thanks for watching! I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.